Hello everyone and welcome back to another beautiful morning in Geisel, Austria. So we have skipped the whole month of November and we are now in the beginning of December because it was raining every day and there was nothing much to do. So we had nothing much to do technically. I am starting my day with some issues because father's car doesn't start anymore. The battery is completely drained. It's been sitting here for a few months now. Yeah, I'm pressing the start button and nothing happens. So before we continue with anything else, I will help him with jumper cables. We're gonna use the Mercedes and try to jumpstart the Volkswagen. Let's see if this helps. Gonna leave the car running. And let's get the cables out. Right. Okay, it says 14.1 volts. Alrighty. We got it started. I'm gonna leave it running for a while still. Okay, let's take both of these off. And let's go have a look at what happened in the department of apple juice. It should have been all processed by now, so if that's all taken care of, I will transport the remaining apple juice and apple cider down to the castle. Yep, I did get an order from the castle. They need homemade juice for a party that's gonna be in for New Year's Eve. I think I gotta go forward a bit. In any case, they're gonna have a party for New Year's Eve and they want to have some homemade apple cider, which of course we will provide. How could we not? Okay, so we got almost a full pallet worth of apple cider and apple juice. And this time we're gonna strap it down because we're going on the main road and I don't wanna lose it anywhere. Okay, the second thing we're gonna be doing today is, as I've said, I actually found a stationary baler. So we're gonna be taking care of baling the hay and possibly a bit of clover hay and possibly a bit of alfalfa hay. We got plenty of each and every one of those products, so we are technically short on money. If you're thinking farm-wise, you know, 50,000 is really not a lot. As we've seen in the previous episode, that's not even a good seeder with power harrow attached. Yeah, in any case, I'll see you down in the town when we go towards the castle. Alrighty, so the castle is right behind our rear view mirror. Okay, you can see it now. So we have to make our way up there. And to get there, we gotta go all the way towards the end of the road over here. And there's a bit of an access road over at the other side. We usually take a left over here and go into town. We're continuing straight on. And there should be a path somewhere on our right. Okay, there it is, yeah. Obviously the parking for people is over here. And the traffic is forbidden for cars after this point. But since we're making a delivery, we have sort of a permit to go up here. Yeah, otherwise we would have to be lugging all the goods by foot, and that's just not how we do things here in Austria. So hard to see over the hood. Everything opens up at the top. Where do I have to take this? Probably on this side. Yeah, this is the entrance to the restaurant. And there's already somebody here. Very good. Oh, it's a round path over here. I didn't know that's the case. Alright, so let's see if we can take this in. And we can. We got paid 5,151 plus 373 for the environmental score, which brings us to 5,426, I guess. Perfect. Alkenberger Wirtschaft. It's a beautiful restaurant. And a beautiful overlook from the restaurant. You gotta be careful. Look at how high this is. But yeah, there's a beautiful overlook from the restaurant down on the old town. And this is a gorgeous part of world to live in, isn't it? So over there is the vehicle shop. Over there's the main church and the monastery. And the old town. And the beer garden, where I ended up previously, is over there. Alright. I don't want to get into any sort of trouble or falling down the cliff, so let's go back home. And I guess I could go and collect the baler about now. There is no rain forecasted for today, so we're gonna have a perfect day to do all the baling that we gotta do. I'm guessing it's gonna be a big job. Somebody's gonna be manning the baler, and I'm probably gonna be moving the bales out of the way as fast as I possibly can. I am not expecting this to be a neat job or the best job, but it's gonna have to be enough. Okay, perfect. So the car is gonna be out of the way over here. The Volkswagen is still running. And that's a good sign. So let's see what the battery level says now. Should be pretty good. 14.1. And if we turn it off, 11.7. Come on. Yeah. Alright. Guess I'm gonna have to keep it running for a while still. Just... No! I immediately forgot and turned it off. Ah, sometimes. Sometimes, people, I tell you. Right, so for our next trick we're gonna need I'm actually thinking if it would be better to use the Steyr. No. We're gonna use the Steyr to run the baler and to go collect it. We're gonna use the old Zettelmeier. For moving the bales around. I just hope the old lady is gonna handle it. There's no reason why it wouldn't. But I definitely need a bale spike. And that we left over here where we put our straw bales. Yeah, I was thinking if I should use the Fendt to run the baler. It does have enough horsepower, so it could do it, technically. But then I'd need to change or uncouple the tractor from the trailer when we... or the flatbed trailer when we come to transport the bales. So I think Zettelmeier is gonna be fine. Yeah. I'm guessing the baler is gonna be working so fast that we won't be able to move everything out of the way as it comes out, but I still do my best. And you can wait here, and now I'll take the Steyr to go down. The leasing for the baler isn't gonna be cheap. That's another thing that I have been notified of. So we're gonna see how much money we actually make over that. I really do hope we do make some money over that, because otherwise this is all just a waste of time. Right, so I have just paid the lease 13,309 euros. That's about 5%, I think, on the whole machine, or just a bit more, yeah. because the whole machine costs 260,000. So 5% would be 13. Look at this monster. It's a Go Veil. And I really think it's gonna do the work as it's intended, hopefully. Because 13 grand, it's not small money. Yeah, I most definitely wouldn't be pulling this up the hill with old Fendt. Anyway, this comes preloaded with everything we need, so all we have to do is simply start baling. So this works like this is kind of a feeding system. This will go under the chute from our... And these are lights. I was looking, what is this? Anyway, this will go underneath the chute from our hay store, and it will feed into the baler, and the bales are gonna come out here. We ain't gonna be wrapping them because they are dry already, so they're just gonna get dumped on the ground. And this does move, I think, to the right, so the bales get thrown like this. Not in the tractor, but next to the tractor. Okay, let's take this monstrosity on the road, why don't we? Man, it's a big one. Right, so we gotta make at least 26,000 from the bales for us to make it worth it, I think. And remember, we are paying this 13,000 exclusively to help us move the bales faster. Otherwise, we could simply use the forage wagon, fill it up with 16,000 liters at a time, and drive down to the animal dealers and back. And we are shortening that trip, or amount of trips, lessening the amount of trips with this baler, because we're gonna compact all the hay into neat bales. And I'll probably overload the trailer. This is my plan. Haha, rubbing my hands menacingly. Alright, where are we? Yeah, it's a doozy. Gotta make sure that I have enough clearance going around the corners and that nobody comes around, because that may mean trouble. Yeah, boy. I just want to take you along with me on this hill climb. We are slowly creeping down on speed, and I have just now started paying attention on the weight. 7.1 is the weight of the tractor, that is 7.1 tons. And the total combined weight of the tractor and the baler is 23.8. That means that the baler is 16.7 tons heavy. And yeah, even though we have 280, we got 300 horsepower, we are slowly losing speed and slowly gaining altitude. Bruh. Come on, Steyr, you can do it. You got it in you. Nobody believes in their tractor as much as a farmer in need of getting something done. Yeah, so what? To haul this comfortably, we would have to have 700 horsepower. That's just brutal. Do you know what my life reminds me of right now? There's a meme where Peter Griffin is like, aw, aw, aw. It's like, it's so fun doing things and doing, you know, big things like pulling this baler up the hill. And then service time because the hitch gets damaged or the engine gets broken or something like that. It's like, aww. This is my life now. I'm gonna get a bit of a run up just to make it easier. And now the fun part. I have to reverse this under the hay chute somehow. How are we gonna do this? As you've seen, I haven't planned this through at all. Okay. Let's make sure the handbrake is on so we don't lose our 23 tons down the hill. That would be devastating. And I'm guessing the first thing is we gotta open this. This is the hay chute, so we gotta get the bunker underneath. Here, nope. Let's open this, and let's open this. Just in case. I probably don't need to open the back one. Nah, it's fine. Nobody can go in there. Right, so now I have to unfold this monstrosity and somehow make it fit. Yeah, so this is how it turns. And this isn't gonna be the best thing to reverse. Let's see how it looks like. Nope. Let's put it all back together and let's set it up before we unfold it, because I don't think this is drivable with the support legs on the ground and everything else. Yeah, like this. Okay. All right. Nope. If I can get it straight. At least somewhat straight. Problem is, this is a very long setup and I can't really be doing much in terms of maneuvering around over here. But this feels like a win. Alright, so if this opens, it's gonna go... Is it gonna hit the doors? I don't think so. Definitely not hitting on the other side. Okay, this feels good. maybe, just maybe, if I try to straighten it out a little bit. I guess this is gonna be fine. Okay, let's unfold it. Oh, I forgot it turns. Bruh. Alright, let's try and force it around the corner just a bit. This really isn't meant to be moving around while this is opened up like this. Okay, are we there yet? Yep. Okay, the hopper looks like we're there. I can go backwards half a meter. Would that change anything? Yeah, I guess it would. Because it would take the tractor out of the way. Yeah, can't move anymore. Trying to make it so the bales won't get stuck. Okay, this looks fine now. Are we still under? I guess we are. Just about. Well, do we try? Alright, it catches. Hey, 130,000. And it gets filled in the bunker like a glove. Would you look at that? Okay, beautiful. So how much does this actually hold? Around 20,000, perfect. Okay, I gotta turn this one off, because this one is... Yeah, the battery is still not exceptionally good, but I guess it will work for now. And this one's gonna be preparing for battle. So we're gonna be picking bales here and just putting them anywhere but there. And let's leave the engine warming up. And let's see, how does this work? Four and a half thousand liters in a bale. Okay, and it drops off. I better start clearing. Okay, if this is the tempo that it's gonna work at, it's gonna be quite alright. When we make it with automatic drop. we can. Okay, I gotta do better. I find myself lacking. Alright, so if I want to take 2 bales at a time, I should definitely try and spike the first bale on the left side. Like this. And now we have more space for another bale. This is gonna mean less traveling around and quicker moving. Right? Okay, I guess this is gonna be a time-lapse time. So let's see how we fare, and how many bales we produce. Right, so this is 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 20, 24, 28, 29 bales. Let's see if we can get the rest out. Alright, so 364. That's not much. Right. Okay, let's turn everything off, and now I am gonna use the Fendt to transport all the bales. So this was interesting. Let me know what you think about this system. But I think modern problems require modern solutions, and this is a very modern solution indeed. I don't think this farm has ever seen anything like this here. Look at it. I don't know if I could. Yeah, I could technically probably put it in that shed. Oh, brother. Feels good when the plan comes together. Alrighty. Let's get this old baby started up and running again. We're gonna enjoy some engine noises. I think in the second part, or in the middle part of December, I'm I'm gonna start selling the winter barley we have. It's probably gonna be a very dry part of month as far as I've seen the weather forecast. So it should be perfect for selling things. And I don't know if you noticed, but I have tried tipping the bales on their side. But the problem is that the arm on the Zettelmeier doesn't go that far to tip the bales straight up. So I'm gonna try a different approach. Maybe I can still get the bales kinda sorta on their flat side, and if not, we're gonna transport them in their round side. How to position the trailer so it's the easiest to load. That's always the question. Okay, so my thought is, if I go and poke the bales from this side, maybe a bit lower, I should be able to flip them on their side like this. Yeah, perfect. Okay. No, 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 no. Oh. I am pressing the brake pedal all the way, and the machine keeps going. This was scary. Alright, yeah, I gotta be extremely careful. No, stop. You're not allowed. Alright, I'm having issues. No, don't roll away. Stupid bale. I just keep making worse. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm gonna go fetch it later. It ain't gonna go far. Alright, my second question is, second question is, does this reach high enough? Go over? It does, okay. It's confusing because when I press the gas, it sometimes reverses first, and that makes me feel like I'm in reverse, and then I actually switch it to reverse. Yeah, watch for the mums. For the mums tablecloth. Yeah, let's try and spike these two together. Turn them on their side. Oop, gonna have to do it this way. The problem is that this Zettelmeyer is not strong enough for hills like this, and it shows. And there seems to be a problem with the braking system. Just a tiny, slight little problem. Not even close. The Zettelmeyer doesn't have enough power to push the bales over. Okay. Ooh. Is everything still on? It is. Yeah, this is not the best load. Yikes. I'm gonna try and put 2 more bales on top, and if I can get 4 more, we can take 4, 8, 16 bales in one trip. That's my goal. So let's see how this goes. Ooh-wee. Wow. But we got all 16 bales on. It's not pretty, but it's gonna work. And this is not the safest load I've ever done, but okay, so how much we got left? That's like 4, 8, 12, 13, 14 bales. Beautiful. Well, it's time to go. Alrighty, well, the combined weight is not as heavy as I thought it was gonna be, which is technically understandable since hay is pretty much dry and there's nothing really going on inside. What do you think? 63,000 liters of hay that we're transporting in one go. I guess it would be easier if we just took the hay down with the forage wagon, and much cheaper. Now watch us get only, what, maybe 6,000 euros for this, and we paid 13,000 for the baler. Yeah, I really hope that's not the case. Come on. Oh, I gotta put it into low gear. Into low range. Oh well. Yes, I see you down at the animal dealers. Fingers crossed we get paid good for this. Had time climbing this incline, and I did a bit of a calculations. We got 72,000 liters on the trailer at the moment, and if we divide that by 16.1, because that's how much the trailer, the forage wagon holds, we would have to do 4.47 trips, so basically 5 trips to do this load. Is it worth 13,000 and all this hassle? I'm guessing not. I gotta control my speed. I'm guessing it's not worth it. If the leasing was cheaper, maybe. But I don't think so, everybody. I think I've made a mistake. It's too late to cry about it now, I'm just gonna go through with it, but yeah, I think I made a mistake. Bruh. Oh well. A friend of mine used to say, sometimes you're the windshield and sometimes you're the bug that gets squished on the windshield. Yeah, I really miss the guy. He was also a YouTuber, Mr. John Tanbeers. Crazy people. And gotta take the corner slow, cause we are fairly top heavy at the moment. And tipping over would mean a disaster right now. After all this work that I put into loading these bales, to have to do it all over again, it would be... I don't really have the words for it, but annoying. It would be very annoying. what do you know? We made it all right. Alrighty, let's find someone that will show us where we can unload these bales. And someone who's gonna pay us. Got the information. I got to go around, and on the other side of the barn is the bale point. Yeah, here it is. Okay, let's see if they'll accept this. They will. Alright, altogether we got paid, that's 8,000 plus 600. Well, technically we are... Yeah, we still haven't covered the leasing cost. Whoops. Oh, bruh. Yeah, this was not the best idea. It was a fun idea, not the best. So in any case, this is gonna be it for today. I'm gonna have a bit of a break and we'll continue next time with the rest of the bales. I'll try to load them offline. It's probably gonna be the exact same process as it was, and we're gonna try to do, well, we got 14 bales at the farm at the moment, so if we put 2 more of either clover or alfalfa, it's gonna make 16 and another full load. And then if I make, let's say 8 of alfalfa and 8 of clover and sell that, we should still have plenty of left for the winter and the spring, because if you remember, we got no mowing in spring. Signed the contract, the government subsidy or scheme, and we did get a nice payout out of that, so I think it's gonna be a welcome thing. But yeah, let me know what you think about this financial decision. I think it was bad. You know, as a CEO of a company, I can't really put my head in the ground and say, no, this was a good idea, if it wasn't. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun. Take care and goodbye.